Hello, hello. On today's show, we're going to talk about the winners of round 1A. And Mike's going to show us the new combatants of round 1B. Welcome to your favorite live streaming comic art loving battle referencing podcast, Cover Combat. I, of course, am your fourth or fifth favorite podcasting host. And of course, I've got the show prepping, vote counting man with the visuals in here, Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
And then we've got a couple extras today as well as our regulars. Pat is back. Hello, Pat.
I am back. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hey, there
And
he is.
then our favorite Megatron fan is here to join us for another episode of Cover Combat. Johnny.
Hey guys.
Hey, Johnny.
Take your picture down.
What do you mean take my picture down?
Your thing. You know, I'm
It's
joking.
like Charlie from Charlie's Angels. He does.
I'm joking because yours doesn't go away. Yeah, I was just. That was hilarious. Studio audience didn't think so either. Anyway, and then lastly, I've got one more person. So we've got 5 today with us in the background. Karen. Man, I'm testing things out with some new intro ideas there. So I hope that wasn't too cringy, but you see where I'm trying to go with this, right?
Yeah, smooth.
Well, you remember how not smooth it was 100 episodes ago, right?
Yep.
Now we're still not smooth, but we're less not smooth. Yeah, right. All right, what do you got, Mike?
We're just more aware that we're not smooth. All right, I'm going to switch over myself here. So in a second, I'll need you to share that screen once I get my. Okay. All right, I'm good here if you want to share that screen.
Okay.
We'll get started.
Okay.
On round 1A. All right.
All right.
You guys all set?
Yeah, we can see it. We're good.
You set for some heartbreak. And I just want to give New York Mike a shout out. Thanks for voting. You were late. So
I'm probably gonna. Man, you called him out right in the show. Daggum. He's gonna be like, you know what? I never want to be a part of your voting ever again.
No, he'll be a part of it.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm being hilarious again.
All right. There's that one lady in the audience there that just laughs extra loud.
Stands out to you, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get started here because we've got some exciting defeats here, and then we've got some exciting matchups to get to next. So we'll start off first with Sandman 8 from Dave McKeon versus Animal Man 5 from Brian Bolland. The winner here had 71% of the vote.
All right, so I just wanted to say, since Johnny's here and he wasn't here last time, I wanted to hear Johnny's input on that. What do you think on these two, Johnny? What are you feeling?
Oh, I did not pick that Animal Man as my thing, but I almost picked that Animal Man as one of mine, so I'm a big fan of that one. So I like that one better.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the best thing about this was there were covers that we all had, like on our extra list in case, and some of those ended up being submitted by someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in contention. Yeah, look at that hand. That's amazing.
It is. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if it was able to withstand the fight against death there in Sandman number 8.
Can I ask you a question before you show it again real quick?
Yeah.
You always look for obviously this is a rhetorical question. You always look for the best HD quality picture of a cover you can get, right? And this, man, this Sandman cover is just so dark. And then my eyes are getting worse as I get older. I could barely make it out.
Yeah, that was Emily's comment on that one. She goes, "It's just all blurry and dark."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
All right, that's right. Yeah, and again, especially against Animal Man, which is so white.
Yeah, exactly, and not blurry. Right? Yeah, it's very, it's almost lifelike, realistically clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Sandman? Is that
maybe
number
for
8?
future? Sorry, Johnny. Maybe for future contests, if people really want to push their covers, they need to pull their individual copies out and take pristine pictures of Mike to post.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
I have both of these books. I think. Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's get to the winner here.
All right.
And then you guys can talk about it while I take care of the distraction at my house. All right. There we go. Brian Bolland with Animal Man number 5.
Oh, nice.
Studio audience has no opinion. Oh, well.
I was just getting ready to say, I thought that one was a little predictable, especially with everything we were talking about it. But when I muted myself for a second just now, I was having all kinds of noises going off at once too, because of my alarms for the regular show are going off now. So I'm like, thank gosh that I was muted just incidentally, or everything. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Because I've got multiple phones and blah blah blah. It was literally like a disco party here all of a sudden out of nowhere. So anyway, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I think, I thought that was a pretty easy pick for me.
Yep, and I think this was, Brian Bolland had such a run on Animal Man there. So many to choose from.
Yep,
so hard to choose just one. All right. Next up, we've got New Teen Titans 36 from George Perez versus Firestorm 34 from, I can't remember his first name. Ananan.
Raphael.
What's that, Raphael?
Raphael, yeah.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him until now. So the winner on this one had 76% of the vote.
Wait. I have both of these too. I own both of these too. I'm I have the whole Firestorm run. Actually, I have the whole New Teen Titans run too. But yeah, the Firestorm one, not my favorite, but that is one of my favorite New Teen Titans covers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. What did I say? 76% of the vote to the winner on this one.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Here we go.
Nice.
So there we go. New Teen Titans 36.
And ironically enough, just to give my take on that, this was another easy, or none of these are super easy, but this one was the one I picked fairly quickly, and I picked Firestorm. So I am a big fail on this one.
That doesn't make you a fail. It just means you have a different opinion.
That's true. You make me feel like I fail when I have a different opinion than with you, though.
No, not at all.
I'm just kidding. Pat, did you pick the New Teen Titans?
I did.
Okay.
Dang, I took Firestorm.
Oh, okay, 2 for 2 here. I don't feel so bad. Okay, good.
Yeah. All right. Next up,
Man.
Detective Comics 575 from Alan Davis versus Adventures of Superman 424, Jerry Ordway. Now in my house, everybody had issues with Batman and the gun.
Yeah, it's part of the story.
Yeah, and but Batman, I mean, I think Bob Kane used to write him with a gun.
Yeah, but it was just part of the story.
Yeah,
It's the gun that killed his parents in the story.
but everybody had problems with it.
So he's not actually using it to kill anybody, right? It's just
No, he was using it to kill somebody. Yes, he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was. He was going after Joe Chill, the guy that killed his parents, and he wanted to use the gun that killed his parents to kill Joe Chill.
All right.
Yeah.
So the
Awesome.
winner, huh?
I just said awesome. Yeah, yeah.
All right, the winner had 67% of the vote here. So this was a little more lopsided than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too. I had a real tough time with this one.
I loved that Batman cover so much when I was a kid. I own both of these too, but that Batman cover, I loved it so much when I was a kid that I copied it, I drew it, but I did not put the arm with the gun in there. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just didn't feel like it worked for Batman, so I just sort of cut that part out and made his cape go over that part. Yeah, those are both classic covers, though, in my opinion.
What say you on these, Pat?
Yeah, I like them both. In fact, that Detective run sort of introduced me to Alan Davis, and I've loved them ever since. But I always say I don't think Jerry Ordway gets enough love, and that's a really good classic Superman cover, so I went that direction.
Yeah, this one was hard for me. It was kind of rock, paper, scissors on this because I like them both.
I'm the same way too. If like literally, it was so close for me now. You know, I can't even remember what I sent you at this point. It was so I was so in my head either way.
Right.
I don't know I don't remember what I voted. Yeah.
Yeah, any given day you can change your vote and not even realize it.
Right.
All right, well, here we go with the winner.
Yes.
Adventures of Superman 424.
I hope I didn't tip my hat too hard on that. Or show my hand, tip my hat. Hope I didn't show my hand too much on that one. Sorry about that.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Just a little bit. All right. Next up, we've got Flash 17 from George Perez versus Batman 390, Tom Mandrake.
Johnny?
Yeah, usually if Perez is in there, I'm going to vote with him. Again, I own both of these. I've owned every single book so far.
Yeah, I guess this theme is right up your alley then.
He
from the 80s.
Yeah, he picked it. So yeah. And for anybody new to XcellarComics content, Perez is Perez. That's the rest of the planet says Perez. So if you said if you were mistaken by what Johnny just said, Perez.
It is Perez though.
I know. I'm just kidding. I know. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I butcher artists' names every week on here.
Yeah.
I put some kind of little spin on it.
Have you heard him say his name in real life? He says Perez.
There's a hyphen above the first E. It's Perez.
All right. I'm just saying.
That's what that hyphen means.
Okay, great. I'm just saying. Have you ever heard him say it in real life?
Yeah,
I have. I can verify.
Yeah.
He even puts more of a Latin spin on it. So that I'm not even going to attempt. So
I'll do it.
Roll the R a little bit, Patrick.
What's that?
Did he roll that R a little bit?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't do that.
Perez. Yeah.
There you go. That sounded pretty good.
Thanks.
Oh, can I try too? Because I was actually going to go right out the gate with it because I took Spanish 1 in high school and I got a C. So one thing I was proud of was my trilling of the R's. So Perez.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad.
Pretty good.
I took Spanish 1 twice.
What'd you say, Johnny?
I took Spanish 1 twice in high school.
Nice.
I think I may have also. So
Your guys are good, are doubly good beginners. Got it.
You guys wasting your time. I took English.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about that interruption. I thought it was going to be a brief comedic interruption, and we got trailed off there. Sorry about it. Go ahead, Mike.
I loved it so much I took it for summer school too. Actually, we didn't reveal the winner of this one yet. We're talking talking about everything but the actual covers.
Right.
There's a lot going on in both of these covers.
Yeah, this was another tough one for me. Yeah. And Pat, what say you on these?
I went Flash. I mean, but I won't mention, this is as good as place as any to mention that I noticed a trend with my wife voting. Every George Perez cover that popped up, she's like, what's going on here? You know, because he puts so much detail. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you actually have to have the book in front of your face to truly appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
With the next, when I post on Facebook, they'll be larger. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this extra stuff that was on there. So it's basically just the title. You'll see. Everybody will see later.
Okay.
So let's get to the important part of this. 71% of the vote went to
nice.
Batman 390.
Yes, as for my pronunciation comment, I didn't even chime in. I definitely voted for this one. I mean, it was tough for me though. I love that Flash cover, but you know, man.
Can I say something real quick? So, I'm just going to reveal it. That was my Flash cover, and it was the one of all the covers I put in. It was the one I was the most unsure of. I was like, maybe I should just do Flash #1 from the same series, Jackson Geis. I think, I probably should have, but I was just like, but I kind of want to. Perez Flash because I was such a big fan of his Flash. So what the heck? I just threw that one in.
Why didn't you do them both?
Well, because I just wanted to do a Flash cover, but I liked all my other. I didn't want to take away one of those. So
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to get a Flash in there somewhere myself, but I ended up failing. So
yeah, me too. Wait. Yeah, me too.
I just did all Batman. I'm kidding. I didn't.
Right.
All right.
And of which?
Actually, the Sandman 8 was mine.
Yeah.
It was. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. It's harder to hear when my whole family's bashing it.
I could have guessed that Sandman 8 was yours.
Yeah. All right. Next up, two of my favorite covers.
Yes.
And unfortunately, they went head to head first time out. So we've got Batman 405 from is it David, right?
Yeah.
David Mazzucchelli versus Batman 423 from the Todd father, Todd McFarlane. This one tied for one of our closest matchups. 52% of the vote went to the winner.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it pretty much. As far as this is another crapshoot. Yeah, I could have rolled the dice to make the decision easier than just making it on my own because
I remember
both awesome. Yeah,
I remember my brother trying to replicate that McFarlane one, and he drew it very, very well, but he just took that girl right out. He just made her not exist.
Oh, really? Wow.
He just blacked her out. It was real easy. Like he just didn't put her there.
Yeah, just like you did with a gun, you just put the cape right over it.
Yeah.
That probably looks pretty cool.
It's so easy to take her out of it too. Just black that part out.
Yeah. Do you know if he still has it?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably at my parents' house somewhere.
I'd love to see that. Work on that. I'll send a message to Tom and get him on it. That'd be easier.
I don't know. But yeah, I love both of these covers as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be some heartbreak here.
I unlocked copies of both of them.
Either way, I'm going to be sad on this one. What about you, Pat?
Pat?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have as much love for the McFarlane cover.
Oh, dadgummit, that's right. You're a McFarlane hater. Got it.
No, I'm not a McFarlane
I know.
hater.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know you. Yeah, you just
Ever since I saw that meme of the Batman's anatomy underneath the cape, I can't.
Oh, yeah,
Or he's kicking, like he's kicking.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you should have more love for McFarlane more than ever since McFarlane actually got you your cover combat win. So
Yeah.
which is kind of surprising. You know, it's funny that Incredible Hulk 340 was Pat's win. Out of all the people in our group for that to have been the win for, you would have thought just naturally Pat would have been the last one you would have thought would have won with that cover.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of, right, Pat? Am I out of bounds there, or do you agree?
I'm tracking.
Yeah, okay. All right, Mike, what you got? Sorry.
All right. Let's get to the winner here.
Nice. Thank goodness. Wait, no, I'm sad about the other one because I love that.
Yep.
The audience doesn't care.
Right. That yeah, 405 was mine, so I'm very disappointed. Looking at you, New York Mike.
Oh no.
Oh geez, man, you are riving him.
Ridiculous.
Well, that would have made a difference. Anyway, this is a great cover. We all agree.
Yes, yeah, I'm happy. Yep.
This one also caused the most confusion with voters because they were both Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Mike talked about that too. Mike, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've addressed that. We'll see shortly.
Yeah.
As we get through here.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Green Arrow Longbow Hunters #1 from Mike Grell versus Man of Steel #1 from John Byrne. The winner here had 67% of the vote.
This one was easy for me. What about you, John?
I don't think this one was easy. I thought this was a tough one. I'm not sure if I own that Green Arrow. I can't remember if I think I have that whole series. So I think I still have 100% of the covers on here. I like them both. I'm not super keen on either one of them, but I like them both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if you're going to own a Green Arrow book, from what I've never read this, I hear it's probably one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Outside of the Denny O'Neil, Adams stuff,
Yeah.
All right. A lot of my family loved the Green Arrow one. Just how kind of the old look to it.
Yeah, I definitely love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it too. It's just, man, I got such a major fondness for that Man of Steel that this wasn't close for me. Yeah.
All right. With 67% of the vote, the winner is Green Arrow, Longbow Hunters #1.
What? God dang it. All right, now I hate it just because it beat one of my favorite Superman covers. Dadgummit. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Dadgum. Wow.
Yep.
Growl.
Patrick, do you think that Jerry Ordway would get more credit for his Superman had he not been doing it at the same time as John Byrne?
Yeah, that's probably a correct statement. I agree.
Yeah.
Man, jeez, I am so sad right now. I need to recover. Jeez, oh man.
All right, well, let's see if this one, because this is another polarizing one for you, right? You have a dislike for 400 there. So next up, Justice League of America 192 from George Perez or Perez.
I think that's why everybody just said, well, I mean, let's see what your all's opinions are. I think that's why everybody just says Perez, because I feel like it takes effort to say Perez. You know what I'm saying? Just You feel that too, Pat? Or are you?
No,
in
it's just- yeah, it's just so baked into my brain back in the olden days when you was a dumb kid and didn't know any better.
Right.
That it's just I can't get away from it.
Right, and that's what that's why I tried to be funny and make the joke because
Yeah, I gotcha. Yep.
yeah.
Well, I'll do this next one the way I used to say his name in the 80s. Next up, we've got Batman 400 from Bill Sienkiewicz.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, it's not Sienkiewicz?
It's Sienkiewicz.
I still say Sienkiewicz.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But-
First time I heard that, it's like, holy, I'm way off. I'm just killing that name.
I'm still butchering anytime I say it. Then I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The winner here, just like the last one, had 67% of the vote. So this one was pretty substantial.
All right, Johnny, what do you got?
Well, I've already explained on the other cover combat. If you've watched that Batman cover is like my favorite cover ever of anything.
Right.
So, this is the one time I had to vote against Perez. So, but shockingly, I'm gonna make a big reveal here. Shockingly, I never enter the same book twice.
Ah.
That was not my Batman 400, but I still voted for it.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
That is awesome. Yeah, that is breaking news there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally obviously figured this was you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shock the masses now too. You ready, Pat?
You voted for Batman.
I voted for Batman. I voted for
Nice.
Amazing.
I just think okay. And let me I don't dislike that Batman cover. And maybe I've over exaggerated for the sake of heated discussion with Johnny on occasion, but it's not bad. It's just, I guess my biggest shock when Johnny said this is his favorite cover of all time was I just don't think it's favorite cover of all time worthy, but that's the differing opinion, but I still like it,
Yeah, but it's got the feels for me like your X-Men 222,
Right, exactly. I understand. Yeah. I just think it's cooler. I just think it's cooler than the other one. That's all,
Well, let's get to the winner here and see if we're all going to be happy or not.
Nice. I'm happy.
Yeah. Batman 400. Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh,
Bill Sienkiewicz. I don't want people to think I don't know how to say his name anymore.
yeah. I will be mad at it in the future when it goes up against one of my covers. I mean, I'm obviously showing my hand there a little bit with Justice League. Wasn't my cover, obviously, but
Yeah.
Yep.
And this
Awesome.
isn't one of your covers,
I'm happy for Johnny. Yeah.
even though it wasn't one of Johnny's covers.
Right.
But yeah.
I was rooting for Pat all the way through Cover Combat 4 because of 340. So that worked out. So we'll see.
All right. Next up, Dark Knight Returns #4 from Frank Miller versus the Comics 526 from Don Newton.
Another.
Go ahead.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Now, I was say 71% of the vote went to the winner.
Yeah, this is another one that was not tough for me. They're both great, but it wasn't tough for me because I have not only love for the Dark Knight, but also personal good feels for it because this is my favorite story for a very long time.
Yeah. I find it hard to vote for Frank Miller since he kind of jilted us.
You're holding his jilting of us personally against his art. Got it.
Personally, yeah.
Johnny, where are you on these two?
I'm not a big fan of that Dark Knight Returns cover, to be honest.
Just wanted to know where Batman was on that cover.
I kind of wish they were reversed. Like I don't like Superman being that crouched like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And I think
Well, I bet you if they were reversed, Batman would look just as funky. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, but Batman can be crouched like that. I don't like Superman. He needs to be standing up straight.
Okay. Okay.
I can kind of see that, yeah. Because
Right.
you know, Superman's noble and you know, like a pillar.
Batman's totally noble.
Yeah, but Batman crouches
but he
down.
can-
He's, you
I
know.
know. I'm just.
Batman can get down and you know, fight in the dirt, and he crouches on gargoyles all the time. That's what he does. He's a
Right here.
croucher.
Yeah, he's always
He doesn't have that armor does not help crouching positions, I guess.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this wasn't well thought out.
I love that cover so much. So yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing any criticisms whatsoever.
We may have a Batman crouching on a gargoyle coming up in round in 1B, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
That's
that
hard
is
to believe.
exciting.
All right, so let's get to winner of this one. With 71% of the vote,
Yes, nice.
we all like the crouching Superman, except for Johnny.
Exactly.
So Batman Dark Knight Returns #4 from Frank Miller.
I felt that one was a little bit controversial.
What?
Because a lot of people just voted Batman. There's a lot of people who voted Batman.
Yeah.
I will admit, Cora is hardcore Batman. She doesn't like comics, but she loves Batman. And,
Yeah, but they voted Batman.
I know.
I know,
Well,
but
that's the way
you
it is
know
with
if they
Star
voted
Wars.
Batman in that situation and there aren't comic book people, they would have.
Yeah, but I feel like Batman could be either one. I feel like neither one's called Batman, and they both had Batman, and the other one looked more like Batman.
Well, yeah, that's Cora voted for the Detective Comics
Yeah,
because she's like Batman. I'm like, well, he's on both of them. She goes, nah,
right.
that's not
But
Batman.
other people voted that way too. They just said Batman, and I assumed that they meant this one, but I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
But we're gonna fix that issue
It's already fixed. Yeah.
on the next one anyway, so it's all right.
Yep. All right. Next up, more Batman. This one was a little a little easier because it was Detective and Batman were prominent, but this one had some more confusion too.
Yeah, both
Detective. Yeah. Detective Comics 566, Dick Giordano versus Detective Comics 582 from Jerry Bingham.
This is one of those situations where we're just thankful that most of the voters are people that love each other. So no matter if it's accurate or not, nobody's going to resent. So it's good to work these kinks out before we actually get the millions of viewers we have to actually vote. And then it could be controversial. It'll be all over the internet about how Xcellar is corrupt, blah, 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 you know. Anyway.
One, the Dark Knight Detective one, it was 71 to 29%. So it was pretty. I think there may have been one that could have gone either way, possibly.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
You think it
enough
was pretty
to say.
definitive enough, though?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If it had been closer, I probably would have researched some more to get more
Gotcha.
definitive. But this one was a little bit closer. 57% of the vote went to the winner.
Makes sense to me. These are both epic, for sure, for sure.
Yep.
Right, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I need to search out that 566. I actually don't have that one.
Which way'd you go on this one, John?
What are the numbers again? I went on with the one on the right.
Oh, that's 582.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jerry Bingham.
Yeah.
What about you, Pat?
I was a little lukewarm on both of these covers, but I went with the left, the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, that's the one I did. I love that Rose Gallery on there. Cool.
It's this was so close for me. I can't even remember which way I went actually. Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite trade dresses too. I just love the Batman logo there.
Yeah, that's true.
But all right, with 57% of the vote, the winner is Detective 566 with the Rose.
If I were to guess, I think I should be sad about this, but I don't know how, so I'm not going to be emotional in either way.
Yeah.
But it's a great cover, that's for sure. Yep.
Yeah, some of these I think they're winning due to matchup, and I think if they face off with a different cover
Yeah, they
later
survive,
on,
yeah.
I think this one might struggle down the road, going up against certain other covers, but it's holding strong for now.
Well, that's y'all's biggest arguments when we get down to the last couple three that, you're surprised they're in there because it's just a matchup thing. But yeah, I think, I think this is important to be good against all. So I agree with you on this one, that one might have a hard time surviving.
Yep. All right, next up, New Teen Titans number 9 from George Perez versus Justice League of America 190 from Brian Bolland.
This one was easy for me. Yeah. I didn't even know I have the dislike for Stario until the Suicide Squad, right? The second one, right, Johnny?
Yeah, that was the Suicide Squad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved them. I thought they were great.
Yeah, I know you think that. Yeah, until I saw that though, I didn't realize I didn't like him. So But I mean, anyways, the New Teen Titans cover is ridiculous, awesome. Anyway, I mean, they're both awesome. I mean, but these are equal. But I'm going to use the same description Pat just used. I was lukewarm on both of these, so it could have gone either way. But I went with the Teen Titans on this one. Where'd you go, Johnny?
I went with Titans. I like them both, but I went with Titans.
Nice.
Yeah, it's hard for me to vote against Brian Bolland. I went with Justice League. It's so. I actually think Starro looks awesome on there. One of my favorite renditions of him.
Yeah, I would definitely say he looks cool on that cover. That's for sure. But how about you, Pat?
Yeah, same as Johnny. I like these both, but I sided with the Titans.
All right, it was 76% of the vote went to the winner, so this one was pretty substantial difference. Pretty big win for
nice
the New Teen Titans number 9. Puppets on a string.
Awesome.
Yeah. Not surprised though. Not surprised. All right.
Oh, really? You wanted Brian Bolland, but you're not surprised he lost because it's George Perez, basically.
Yeah. It's George Perez and the Titans. I mean,
that's tough. Yeah.
Next up, we have The Killing Joke from Brian Bolland versus Swamp Thing 28 from Stephen Bissett.
This is super tough. This is super tough for me. This is literally. Sorry, Mike. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this was the biggest landslide. 81% of the vote went to the winner here.
I feel it was just a bad matchup for Swamp Thing because first of all, that Killing Joke cover is so iconic.
Yeah.
And then it's Brian Bolland, and it's just it doesn't matter what you care about the story. Mm-hmm. It's such a well done cover.
Yeah.
That I think it probably crushed. It's got to be the one that won.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Johnny, what do you say about these?
I agree with everything that's been said, and that Swamp Thing I think is the only book on this list that I haven't owned. I don't own that one.
Wow.
You want it?
Yeah, I want it.
I'm not a big Swamp Thing fan, to be honest. Yeah. I like the rights and stuff, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm slowly trying to put this run together. I don't have that issue. And usually, it's whatever. If I find it in dollar bins, that's what I grab them, but I'm not looking to pay more than $1. But anyway, you want to get to it? 81%.
Yeah, show. Yeah, reveal Killing Joke. We're in. Yeah,
Want
go
to
ahead.
surprise everybody?
Yeah. Nice.
And the winner, surprising nobody, the Killing Joke with Brian Bolland.
Yeah. And I can say this now too. That was my Swamp Thing. And as soon as you show these, I was like, "Dadgummit, what the heck?"
Yeah, that's always a killer when you see that happen.
Yeah.
It's like, why that cover matchup?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a different matchup, Swamp Thing could have easily moved through.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Next up, this one's great. This is another close one. Batman and the Outsiders 32 from Alan Davis versus Legends #1 from John Byrne. And the winner here had 52% of the vote. Another close.
That's close. Nice. I didn't vote quite as close as that. I mean, it's my vote analysis of which way I was going to vote, whatever, wasn't that close, but it was definitely kind of close. I think, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. What say you, Johnny?
This is one where New York Mike and I went opposite directions. I went with Legends. He went with Bat. I love them both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have real good feelings about both of them.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't even remember which way I voted. What about you, Pat?
I went Legends. Legends. This was on my short list of covers, but I eventually nixed it just because I felt I was sort of pandering to the voters here. I figured the more obscure characters wouldn't help, on the Legends cover. I should try to dig up some backstory on that Legends. It's kind of weird. I can't remember the story 100%, but it was sort of an oddball collection of characters that they picked for that, and sort of the second tier characters. I loved that book. I thought it was awesome seeing John Byrne draw all those different characters, but yeah. But anyway, not having any affinity towards Batman and the Outsiders, I definitely went with Legends here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't like that Legends cover. I like the rest of the covers in that series, but it's like his marker ran out of ink on the back there.
Oh. I gotcha. That's funny.
Yeah, and I love that Outsiders cover. I like the camera angle. I guess the viewpoint looking down on him. I think it's great with the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're both great. Yeah, right.
But this one, everybody can argue till the cows come home because this thing is 52 to 48%. This great points for both. So the winner, moving on.
Nice.
Batman and the Outsiders 32.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
All right, here we go. Firestorm 50 from Dennis Cowan versus New Titan 61 from, once again, George Perez.
98% of the voters voted one way on this one.
It was a little lopsided, 67%.
Wow, actually, I'm surprised that it wasn't. I mean, obviously, I'm exaggerating with 98, but man, I would have figured that'd be in the 70s, though. But
67.
I mean, you got all kinds of, reasons if you're not a comic collector, in my opinion, to vote for the new Titans on this one over. But I mean, the Firestorm book is cool, and I love Firestorm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that new Titans book is awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of glass on that new Titans.
Yeah.
For me, that's distracting. I like the Firestorm a lot.
Oh, did you vote for the Firestorm here?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah. I mean, I like that Titans cover, but it's just, there's a lot going on. But it's George Perez, it's.
Yeah, I went Titans here.
I would have figured this because this was right when you started collecting and Batman was your focus, right, Mike?
This is a couple years after, but
Oh,
yeah,
is it? I thought it was closer. Yeah, okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's just that one. It's always been so much going on right there. It's very distracting
Yeah,
and
okay.
chaotic. But I guess crashing through a window is chaotic.
Right. I got it though. Yeah, yeah. We lost Johnny. Who knows if he'll be back?
Oh, I didn't know he was gone. I can't see that.
Oh yeah. Johnny left.
That's
He
I'm kind of
dropped out.
lollygagging, waiting for you to get Johnny's view.
Yeah.
All right. Let me we'll catch up with him later on it. The winner with 67% of the vote. New Titans 61. George Perez.
Nice.
Very nice.
Well, now I'm a big fan of this cover because I don't like losers. I like winners.
Yeah.
All right. Next up. Oh, this one was a heartbreaker for me. I love both of these.
Yeah.
Batman 431 from George Pratt versus Detective Comics 585, Jerry Bingham.
This one definitely for me as well.
Yep.
You were pointing out obviously how many Batmans there were in this round, I mean, this happening is inevitable. You got so many Batmans, you got to clean out some Batmans, and there's so many awesome ones,
Right, yeah, clean it out. Yep.
Man, this isn't even the worst one in my opinion of round one. The most heartbreaking matchup for round one is coming. Yeah. What'd you think?
For me, it was the 405 423. That was the matchup for me because I love them both equally. This one was tough because I'll just come out and let y'all know that Detective, that's mine. That's
okay.
Because that's the first Detective Comics I ever bought.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And and of course my family. Ew, rats. Ew, rats. I'll vote for 431. Fine.
I think that's why Chelsea liked that was the rats.
I think she was the only girl that voted for it. But I saw it, I was like, yes, she's my hero.
Yeah, this was my least favorite matchup of the week. I really don't care for either one of these covers. Sorry.
What? Patrick. You are shocking. We've known each other for so long now, and I've heard your opinion so many times, but you still do not fail to shock me. And I love it. What do you think, Johnny? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I would love to hear Johnny's opinion on these, though, for real.
Yeah, the worst thing about it was I had to eliminate one of them, and I'm like, I don't know which one I want to get rid of more.
Yeah.
Daggum.
Yeah.
I think Johnny's trying to get back in. Let's see if we'll just give him a minute here before we go to the next one.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
He might be having problems. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, I think I said my brother actually did a painting of that 431 on the left there.
Oh yeah. I think you did mention that. Hey Johnny, are you good? Or did you drop out? Or purposely or accidentally? Yeah.
Yeah. Accidentally my phone died.
Oh. So what say you about these two covers?
I like the one on the right, the detective.
You think it's pretty You think it's pretty close, like they're pretty evenly matched, or you think the right one is definitive?
Definitive right.
Okay.
I feel like Batman on the one on the left, like I get what they were going for, like he's like hanging from a tree like a bat, but it just looks like a child to me, like hanging from a tree. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that one.
Okay. This is perfect. So me and Mike definitive because they're both, or had a hard time, but definitive for the right because of nostalgia reasons. Pat didn't like either one. Johnny liked one. So this is perfect. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. And I don't know if Johnny heard that the Detective Comics is one of my submissions. So we'll get to the winner here with 57% of the vote. Very close.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh
That's
man.
what I'm talking about. Batman 431 from George Pratt. Defeating one of my favorite detectives.
Especially knowing that that was your first book. I guess it's good it's gone because I would have voted biased in a biased way every time because it's awesome. If 222 ever wins cover combat for me, I'll be so crazily ecstatic. But the chances of that happening, I don't know, are thin. But this was your book shot in this one, Mike.
Yep. So, all right, I can get over it. I won't be voting for this Batman
ever again. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding. I don't hold grudges. All right. Next up, Green Lantern 143 from George Perez versus Dr. Fate #1, Sean McManus.
This is when I saw this was awesome. I probably offered that Dr. Fate #1 on the Whatnot show probably a half a dozen times for $1. No one grabs it. I'm shocked every time. And I've actually got it in a set 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I love this cover so much. And that Green Lantern's cover. This is one of those moments for me that it stands out to me, and I prefer the more simple cover on this one as opposed to the lots going on. And I don't like Green Lantern's neck in that one. So what do you say, Johnny?
Yeah, I went with Dr. Fate on this one too. But I think they're both good covers.
Yeah. Pat?
Yeah.
I went Green Lantern. It's weird because I really like Sean McManus. I don't even know if I was aware he did this book. But I don't like that cover for some reason. I can see his style there, but there's just something about it I just don't like.
It's Green Lantern's neck. That's what it is.
No, that's the one I voted for. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
that,
Dr. Fate,
I actually had to look up that Green Lantern, and I took a closer look at it, and I liked it more once I got a good look at it.
Okay.
Well, the winner had 76% of the vote went to the winner here. This one was a bit lopsided. Kind of like Green Lantern's neck, a bit lopsided.
I hope it is lopsided in the right direction.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
There we go. Dr. Fate #1 beating out Green Lantern 143.
Plus, I mean, the general populace, I don't know. Do they even know who Dr. Fate is? I guess maybe the Black Adam movie might have helped that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it helped that a little bit, but it didn't seem like a lot of people watched Black Adam, so maybe it didn't help that much.
I think there's just like the Green Lantern, there's so much going on there.
Yeah, maybe that was all it came down to.
Yeah. And I think for folks that aren't, into comic books a lot, I think they get some of the George Perez stuff is just too much for them to take in. They kind of like, more simple. Yeah. But if you want to study someone's artwork and there's a lot of detail to take in, George Perez is the guy.
Yeah, it's hard to go against George Perez looking at it like that. Yep.
But all right. And our final matchup, we've got Batman 420 from Mike Zeck versus Dark Knight Returns #1, Frank Miller. This one tied the other two with our closest matchups. 52% of the vote went to the winner. That's exciting. It can go either way.
Yeah, it's gonna kill me either way. Pat, what? I'm sorry, John. Pat, what do you say?
So I know the Dark Knight cover is iconic, but I don't like it. I don't know. And it's going up against Mike Zeck, so the 10 Knights of the Beast got my vote.
Well, I do remember this is actually one that I tried to submit, but I failed because someone else submitted it already. So the Dark Knight, so I couldn't submit it. I don't know. So I don't know who submitted it, but I wanted to. And then, this 10 Knights of the Beast. I love it. Love Mike Zeck. Yeah. What say you, Johnny? Oh, jeez.
Johnny gone again?
Yeah.
Hold on. He's back again.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah, I went with Dark Knight. Yeah, I went with Dark Knight. I'm a big fan of both, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that the Dark Knight is iconic. Then, but you look at what Mike Zeck put into that,
Right.
into the Beast. You know, the silhouette stuff. It's like those guys on the street corner with the paint can and the lid from the skillet where they put it down and they spray paint around it, and you know, that's all Frank Miller did. Just put down a little Batman action figure, spray paint around it, silhouette.
You are bashing Frank a lot. Frank and Mike are your targets on this show. But anyway, I'm yeah, with this one, I think they're both awesome in my personal artistic opinion. But yeah, when not only how iconic it is, but the nostalgia again for the Dark Knight is the only reason I didn't vote for 10 Nights of the Beast, and that's it was this, like I said earlier, this was my toughest vote of the week for me, definitely by far. Yeah.
Well, that Dark Knight, I do love it. That's on my cornhole.
Yeah.
Setup is actually The Killing Joke and Dark Knight Returns one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do love it. But yeah, this was really hard for me. And this is one that, you know, obviously one of these lost, and it's like the tough matchup.
Yeah.
You know, against other covers. Both of these could have dominated.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, they went against each other. And the winner, heartbreakingly for somebody,
nice,
is Batman Dark Knight Returns #1.
Heartbreakingly for this guy.
Oh man, sorry about it, Pat.
When I saw it go out, it had to come up against the Dark Knight #1. I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!"
Yeah, that same Killing Joke feeling I had. Yeah, I don't know what the audience thought of that. That'd been nice to know, actually.
What's the Mike Collins factor on that?
I didn't look that one up.
The studio audience is upset about that one.
Yeah, this was a 52-48, so this thing was so close.
What did you think about that, John?
I'm pretty sure he did go with. I'm pretty sure Mike did go with 10 Nights of the Beast. I'm pretty sure.
No.
I think he did.
I'm not positive though. I'm not positive, but I think he did. Hey guys, I gotta go. I got baseball.
All right, man. Sorry we started later than we thought, and you couldn't be here for the whole thing.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
It's okay. All right, I'll see you guys.
Dark Knight.
Glad to have you here.
Oh, you did. You went with Dark Knight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
All right, man. See ya.
So he was Dark Knight also. Okay. I don't feel so bad now.
So that's it. We've got one. Yeah. So 1A is in the books.
Very nice. This is going to go down in cover combat history as one of the most controversial rounds of all time, not only because of the Mike from New York factor, but then also the Batman v Batman voting factor in, being complicated. So,
the Batman v Batman, it was actually sorted out in the voting. There was only one that could have gone.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just being intentionally controversial. That's all.
Ah, gotcha.
Trying to be.
All right. But there are no voting irregularities.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Mike is on that. Got it, Mike. No voting irregularities. Got it. Except for Mike from New York voting this morning.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. 1B. So this is going to reveal the last 32 covers, and some great matchups. And we're gonna start hard. I'm not kidding. The first one, I hate the first matchup because I love them both.
All right.
So let me just get to it.
Another 10 Nights. Sorry.
The Batgirl special #1 from Mike Mignola. Or Mignola, I say Mignola since the 80s, versus Batman 417, Mike Zeck. Another 10 Nights of the Beast.
That's funny. We're the opposite on the Sienkiewicz and the Sienkiewicz because I used to say Mignola too, but I can't remember when that change happened for me. But now I say it properly Mignola, right, Pat?
Yes, Mignola.
Did you say it
Mignola.
perfectly from the beginning, or did you used to say
Nah,
Mignola?
I used
No?
to say Mignola. Yeah.
Okay.
I still do.
Man, this is awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
awesomely tough. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I might have to vote against my favorite artist here because I love that 10 Nights cover so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is by far leaps and bounds my favorite Batgirl cover ever.
Oh yeah.
And I'm actually thinking that I didn't even try to submit this one, so I'm glad it's in because there's so much to think about when you're submitting. But I wish I would have, like retroactively, I wish I would have submitted it, and I may have beaten out whoever submitted it, but Mike may have sent the already submitted message to me anyway. But these are both, this is both great. Yeah.
Yeah, they both are good, really good, really good.
Yeah, that when I had my list of like 15, Batgirl was on there, and then somebody submitted, and since I hadn't officially whittled mine down to the submission level, I had to cross that one off my list. It's like, dang it, I need to be faster at this.
So
Look at that beautiful nighttime cityscape on that 10 Nights of the Beast. Holy mackerel, that's nice.
yeah, it is very cool.
Yep.
So just to tell listeners or whatever that Mike, this is what you did to remedy any voting confusion when people vote. You've got the name and the number just written in bolder letters in the bottom, right? That's
Right. Yep. And then when I present them on the Facebook page, they'll be larger.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll get rid of a lot of this extra space, like the verses, the round 1B will be smaller, and it'll just,
okay.
Yeah, it'll be a lot larger. So most of it will be, I don't need all that other junk in there.
Right. Yeah. We just need to look cool for the live stream, and then you can make it simpler for Facebook. Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yep. So that's going to be a little work today. Good luck.
Yeah. Sorry about it, man.
All right, we'll get it dialed in. I mean, this is only the 6th time we've done this, and I think I've changed it every time.
Right, we're getting there though. I feel so close to perfection right now. I feel it.
All right, here we go. Let's go next up. Hey, look, more Batman. Batman 321, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez versus Secret Origins 1 from Brian Bolland.
Oh,
man, it's hard for me to go against Brian Bolland.
Yeah,
I absolutely love the Joker on that 321.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's. Yeah, you can appreciate both of them for sure, but that one's kind of easy for me me too. With going with Batman on that one probably. Yeah. All right.
Next up, Mr. Miracle #1 from Ian Gibson versus, once again, Detective Comics 487 from Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. This is a resubmission again. This was submitted in a few cover combats ago. So they're.
What say you on these, Pat?
Yeah, as much as I love Mr. Miracle, I don't like his anatomy on that cover. Well, I'd probably be going Detective on this one.
Yeah, I love them both, but and there's a lot of writing on that Detective cover. We've talked about that before as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably gonna be the X factor for me, because as far as like if the writing wasn't, all the things written on the side of the Detective weren't there, I'd probably go for the Detective. But my love for Mr. Miracle might win this one out for me because of that writing.
Send Kevin a cropped out picture of Detective.
Yeah. Or just when you post it on Facebook and you're cropping stuff, crop that.
Right.
But they're close. They're both awesome. What do you say about these two, Mike?
Yeah, I like them both. I do think that Mr. Miracle's torso is a little too it's out of proportion, I think.
Yeah, it's funky.
And
Yeah.
I am a fan of the lettering and the wording on. I like when things are bordered like that sometimes. So yeah, I kind of lean more, as much as I love Mr. Miracle, I lean more towards
You
the
lean
design.
into it because of the border writing. Is that what you're saying?
That. Well, yeah, at least it's not. Yeah, because look at all
It's
the
not a detractor for
extension
you.
cords and all the power cords. It's hard to see.
Okay. Okay.
At least the writing's on the side. All right, next up. This one's a tough one. Vigilante Annual #1 from Brian Bolland versus Action Comics 609 from Brian Bolland.
Huh. I don't think I've seen either one of these covers before.
I think I have a sneaking suspicion who submitted that Vigilante cover. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wasn't
That's
Kevin.
cool.
I've seen him before.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting. I have no idea which way I'm going to go on this one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Like I said, it's hard to go against Brian Bolland, and here now I have to pick one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Next up, Legends #6 from John Byrne versus Ronin 4, Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, look at that Legends. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. That is an amazing legend.
See how the
there.
blue? It's like his marker wasn't running out there. I'm not sure how how Byrne did the. Maybe it was a different. He used a different medium.
Yeah, that #1, I think, if I remember correctly, it almost looked like it was colored pencil almost.
Yeah,
it was different than the rest of the covers, I think. I remember correctly.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, Ronin's probably in contention for my favorite. Well, my first favorite story of all time. So I have a lot of affection for that Ronin too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Legends is epic. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Tough one for me. Is it tough for you, Pat? Or pretty easy?
It's pretty easy just because it's John Byrne, and I love that Legend series.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, this one's tough for me. Yeah, I haven't made up my mind on this one. I'm leaning more. Yeah, I like the Legends. I think Batman looks cool in it.
Yeah, I cut you off there, Pat. What were you going to say more?
Just Ronin. Here's. I remember buying that book in trade paperback form. And at the time I couldn't get into it, and I don't think I've ever gone back to it. And I really owe it to Frank Miller and comics, I guess, to revisit Ronin and get another take on it. I was probably too young for it. I couldn't get it at the time. I think.
Well, I don't remember. I feel like since you're saying that, and you're actually a little bit older than us, then I thought I read it when it first came out, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I got it a little bit later and read it. But yeah,
I think it was too. I was in the mindset of superhero.
Oh, right. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't remember this coming out. I think this came out before I started collecting, and I started collecting shortly after you.
I think it was right after we started.
Was it?
Yeah.
I should have put the years down on these. I can't remember.
There's another thing to add for next.
Yeah, the years. Right.
We need the years, the specific years on it. No, I'm just kidding.
But also, I don't think this made it to newsstands either. I think this was probably one of the direct.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
It was only direct. 'Cause that's like Marvel Fanfare. We can never get that. I think that was strictly direct order, or didn't go to newsstands. So some of those titles we never got because we didn't have a comic book store. We had a newsstand to go to.
Yeah. You might be right. Maybe that's why we have an extra. Well, I shouldn't say we, but I have an extra love for Marvel Fanfare because maybe the first time we ever saw it was when we were ever able to get to Ides or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1983 to 1984 for Ronin.
Daggum. You're right then, Mike. Yep. So I obviously got it when, it was because we didn't start collecting until 87, Mike, right?
Yeah, I think it was around 87.
So yeah, it must have been or obviously it was way after it was new. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up, Crisis number 8 from George Perez versus Batman 339, Rich Buckler.
Oh, love that Crisis cover. I mean, that Batman cover is epic. I don't know if I've ever seen that. At least it's not that I saw it and it's stuck remembering seeing the Batman before. But I love that Crisis cover. Yeah.
I put that pretty low on my Crisis book here.
Yeah, I agree with the whole all the covers for the
All
run.
of them.
Yeah. But
That one's
but
tough
I
for
love
me.
them all though. Sorry, Mike.
I critiquing legendary comic book artists. It's just it's so Flash is so muddied in that and it could be the coloring process and stuff. You just lose the details, and that's why I struggle with that one. I like the composition of it or the layout and stuff, but the coloring is just not good, and the Batman is just so crisp.
Yeah, I think that'll probably put that over the edge for most voters too. Probably.
Yeah.
That is an interesting pick for. Did we have a Crisis in 1A?
No.
So if we don't have any more Crisis for 1B, that's a little bit of a head scratcher for a pick. If you're going to pick a Crisis cover, though, too, yeah. Maybe someone was like you guys mentioned earlier, just trying to put a Flash in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, oh man, this matchup. We've got Green Arrow 3 from Mike Grell versus Batman 422, another Jerry Bingham cover.
Man, these are two separate worlds for me, but I love them both for way different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that Batman.
Hey, at least Batman doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, we got a lot of Batman with weapons in it, and not like that guy.
Covers.
Sorry, Pat. What'd you say?
2 Green Arrow covers. That's somewhat surprising, but you can't argue though. They're really cool covers.
Yeah.
But the first Green Arrow made it through. Who knows? What did that first Green Arrow beat again, Mike? Do you just have that off the top of your head?
Man of Steel #1.
Oh yeah. Gee, yeah. See? Oh yeah. I hate this Green Arrow just because of the other Green Arrow. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. All right. Moving forward. Oh, looky there.
There it is.
Sandman #1 from Dave McKeon versus Action Comics 586, John Byrne.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Damn it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a really good. I like that Sandman cover a lot, but it's got that John Byrne factor against it. For me, I don't know. And then Johnny and Hawkman, so I don't know where his loyalties may lie here either.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I love both of those.
Yeah. And I think if I'm correct, I think I tried to submit that Sandman, but I got beat down. Someone else beat me to it already. So yeah, I mean but that action cover's great. Yeah. Okay. All right.
This is the flip of the coin, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right. Next up. Hold on. Let me go back. I forgot this was coming up. So Karen was wondering, she's like, isn't there Wonder Woman? I said, Wonder Woman might be coming up. Here we go.
Bam.
You get there all at once.
Literally, Patrick, spoiler alert, there were 2 Wonder Woman submissions. Wonder Woman 14 from George Perez versus Wonder Woman 6 from George Perez.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds fixed.
Honestly, it's not. I've thought about this while I'm working on it, laboring over this for hours. Like, man, I just wish someone was sitting here watching this happen because it's so crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It is. And it seems like the only way it'd be fixed is if you hated Wonder Woman, Mike. You're wanting to guarantee one of them got out. It's but that's sad face for Karen. She wanted a Wonder Woman and she got a Wonder Woman, but guaranteed losing a Wonder Woman out of the two that
Yes.
Those are two really good ones too.
absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
sorry,
Okay.
Karen. Because now she has to pick one of these.
Yeah, right.
They were
She
going to
has
get the other
part
ones.
of eliminating one, right? Oh man.
I don't know what to say here because of
I don't know if
things.
it's reach though. Yeah, new Teen Titans 31, George Perez versus Batman 426. Mike. I can't even say it properly. I've said it so incorrectly. Mike Mignola.
Min.
Yeah, just forget there's
Mignola.
no G. Just forget
Yeah.
there's no G. Just forget
Yeah,
there's a G.
Mignola. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What were you gonna say about this, Pat, when it first came out?
Just
It's right there.
crazy.
What crazy in these are something you don't care for, or that you love them both?
Crazy that we're getting more Mike Mignola, and crazy that we'll see. I think I feel like I don't want to tip my hat too much here.
Okay. Yeah, that's true about how much Mignola we're getting. And
Yep.
yeah,
None of it may be mine.
I don't know if it's gonna reach. All right.
maybe yours.
My computer battery is dying. So I'm trying
As
to
we
figure out.
speak.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to plug it in, but Apple needs to make these chargers longer.
Agreed.
Or I need to move my table closer.
Okay.
Lucky this is live, right? All right. Nope.
Hey, Mike, I just wanted to say too, I noticed like halfway through the show, the Batcave symbol in the back window there.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. I'm saying now it's better than a green screen now anyway. So forget everything I ever said.
All right. I try
Especially with this cover combat being Batman heavy, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Mm.
Real Batman heavy. Speaking of Batman heavy, we've got
There you
Crisis number
go.
7. There we go. That's the one everyone was waiting for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Versus from George Perez versus Detective Comics 590, Norm Brayfogle. Man, I
Man.
hate this matchup.
Me too. Dang.
I love them both.
Yeah,
It's like I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, that's one of the I like that Crisis cover a lot. I like George a lot. I'm not a big fan of Norm Brayfogle, but the composition on that cover is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I wasn't, you say Brayfogle, I've probably been saying it incorrect since 1987.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say his name before.
Yeah.
So
Brayfogle.
yeah.
Someone look that up. Karen. Yeah, I was not a fan of Norm's work because he was doing Detective, he was doing Batman,
Yeah.
he was doing some of the Shadow of the Bat, so he was all over the place. It wasn't until 10, 12 years later I actually stopped and really, really looked at him that it's like, man, this is fantastic. So yeah, that's a tough one. Let me go ahead and just get away from that one. Oh, this one's hard too. Action Comics.
Man, it is.
643 from George Perez versus Action Comics 584, John Byrne.
There you go. The two main DC artists maybe in the 80s, most popular, up against each other. So
yeah. It's in the same character too. It's not even like one is doing a different character than the other. So
yep.
Let's go back to round 1B or 1A. It was so much easier.
This is such an interesting matchup. Yes, it is. I'm just looking at it for a second, and I'm already scrutinizing. You're looking for any imperfection you know, to make something drop. But it's
All right. Well, once again, let's do this like we did the Detective Crisis one. Let's just put that.
tear it off like
Next up, yes, it's Action Comics 644, one issue after 643. From George Perez versus the greatest Batman stories ever told from Dave Dorman. And there's your Batman crouching on a gargoyle. So
Yeah.
Patrick, I'll just go ahead and pencil you down for
Get out of
Action Comics 644.
Oh man, I love that. That's obviously completely different styles there. That's going to be a style choice. Although, and all, you know, completely different styles and completely different kind of perspective of layout or whatever. See, I wish I could talk artsy like you guys better, but you know, it's just, this is a crisp, clear Batman versus a very dark, behind shadowy super, you know, it's, you know, and the shadowing is discoloring, you know, Superman, it's not, you're not seeing his colors in typical brightness, you know, it's, yeah.
Yep.
I think the Batman's probably gonna, sorry, Pat, I think the Batman's probably gonna take this one home. We'll have to deal with Gargoyle one more time, at least.
You're probably right. I have to admit, you're probably right.
Just because of those things, right? I mean, it's, yeah.
It's
Yeah, it
just
might be
Batman
the
is so featured on that cover. People are just going to go, "Hey, Batman."
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, like I said,
No.
New Teen Titans 2 from George Perez versus Detective Comics 578, Todd McFarlane. I think this round is harder than the previous round.
Might be.
You know, I actually, you know, you could probably tell from my comments to Johnny when he was here that, you know, I've never read year 2. I need to read year 2. I love the covers so much and I have them, you know, but I've never read it for whatever reason. It just never made the cut to actually read. But I need to, you know.
Yeah, those came out right before we started collecting. So that's why it took me years to get those.
Yeah.
You know, when we started collecting, we read everything, but then once you start getting more than you can read,
Yeah,
it's hard to go back and read that stuff.
You kind of, I'm glad you just said that, Mike. I've been thinking about that recently as I'm trying to make my decisions as to what makes the cut and what doesn't, as I try to downsize my collection a bit. And that's, I've had thoughts of envying my older self and Tyler, since he's kind of going through it now, where it's like, remember when there was just 2 or 3 titles you cared so much about? It made so much easier to just read, you know, but now it like, doesn't it almost complicate it to the extent as you work against yourself? Because now you've got so many options, and I would say, maybe not half, but a quarter of the time, since we've got so many options to read, I just don't read. You know, it's like, what do I read? I don't know. And then I spend so much time deciding what I'm going to read that I don't get around to reading as much as I would if I would just have one book to read. I guarantee I'd hit 3 or 4 titles every week, you know? So,
yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm working on my pull list. I'm trying to get mine down to that manageable, what I can read in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You relate to that, Pat?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I think probably every comic collector can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I was just going to say,
didn't mean to throw this one on you. Let me go here, and then you can see what you say. Batman 428, Mike Mignola. See, I trip over it. Mike
there's
Mignola.
no G.
I know there's no G. Mignola.
I know. I'm just kidding.
There is no spoon. All right. Versus Suicide Squad 6 from Luke McDonald. It almost looks, if those were the other way around, then it would look like Deadshot was shooting at Robin.
Oh, that's true. You should have thought about that with your placement.
Even though Waller's in the scope there, but
that's true.
Man, this one's so hard. I love both of these.
Yeah.
Once again, 1B way harder than 1A.
What'd you vote, Pat? What did you vote? And I'm not talking about cover combat. I'm talking about whether Robin lives or dies. What'd you vote, Pat?
I didn't actually vote.
Oh, you didn't?
I wasn't allowed to dial 900 numbers back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been grounded for a year, even if it was only a quarter or 50
Right.
cents. I think it was 50 cents.
I don't know.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I wanted to say something real quick about the whole. We've talked about it so many times about mispronouncing names. I feel like younger generations than ours, not too far, but significantly different generation than ours, that may have a hard time understanding our problem with mispronouncing stuff. But before the internet, you just said it and you went with whatever you made up in your head forever. And then even though later it came along with the internet and obviously the comic book community being more interactive, you learning the names, but you still went with your original that you just did yourself. You and your friends had your 3 comic book friends had mutually decided this is what it is. And then it's so hard to make that change. Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah, basically whoever said it first, like if you said Magnola before I did, when I
right.
first discovered him as an artist,
You're like, okay. Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, that's his name.
Yeah, right. Can you go back one? Yeah, so this is the first appearance of Deathstroke, right?
Yes.
So yeah, we got the first appearance of Deathstroke. Okay, coming to the next one then again. Man, that sucks. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do on these either. When did you send Mike your votes last week, Pat?
Oh, I don't recall.
I
think I was pretty early in though.
That's what I was wondering. I was gonna
ask. I did it before it started because I asked Mike if I was too early.
No, your votes are submissions.
Votes. I'm talking votes.
Votes was late. Votes was yesterday. Sorry.
That's what I was gonna say too. I did mine late too because I'm like, it's so tough. I wanted to keep putting the decisions off. Or maybe actually mine wasn't yesterday. It was Thursday. Yeah, but
yours were a few days ago.
Yeah, it took me a while to pick, but this is gonna be no different. What's the cutoff again? 7:30 Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. This is 9:30. Pick 3 is 7:30.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
I thought it was the opposite.
It might be the opposite. I can't remember.
Okay, we'll clarify that at the end of the show.
Friday evening.
Yeah, but Friday evening, just get it in before Friday 5 p.m.
Get it in on Thursday.
Get it in on Thursday and be safe. Good job, Pat.
All right, let's move on. This is our last matchup right here.
Okay.
And we've got Action Comics 600 from John Byrne versus Green Lantern, Green Arrow #1, Neil Adams.
Easy pickings for me on this one. Easy.
As much as I love John Byrne, I'm definitely going to go with that Neil Adams cover. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I totally agree.
Yeah, I'm surprised that was the only Neil Adams submission.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. This is the only one, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, if we did 70s,
holy cow.
we'd get tons of Neil Adams in there.
Yeah.
And we'd all be fighting over the same Green Lantern, Batman books.
Yeah.
Because that's actually a reprint, correct? That's a reprint book, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like what they did with the New Gods. They collected all of them into like a 6-issue series. Like each issue was each of these were 2 issues or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the more affordable way to get the story.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was it. That is the last matchup.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody. That's a great group of submissions. And one thing that popped into my head, you mentioned Tyler, and I totally forgot about Tyler. And now I'm thinking, boy, he obviously had to have done a great job because there was no bent nails sticking up. You know what I mean? He fit right in with the rest of them. So
yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Not being around for that era. His submissions were seamlessly fit right in there. So give him even a little bit more credit than everybody else.
That is true. That's true. I'm looking forward. Looking forward to seeing what Tyler's submissions are at this point. Yeah, actually. This is so crazy.
No.
Sorry. No. Yeah, so it's so funny. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Everything works out at the opposite of what I figure it'll be. Because, I don't know how much everyone knows this show well enough or not, but, I was the reason we were late this morning. And I was thinking, and this is my problem. I was thinking, oh, no big deal, because it's only a half an hour. Not factoring in two things. One, we're doing 2 rounds instead of last week we just did 1, because that's where my head was, But then 2, Johnny's here. We're going to talk more. And then 3, we're getting reveals, or winner reveals rather than just showing what we're going to vote on, which promotes a lot more conversation as well. So it's tough. So so we're doing 2 shows, and it's going to be we'll definitely make it as quick as possible to get to the second one. But anyway, that irony just is never lost on me. You think I'd have it figured out at 53, but I don't. So
Yeah. Well, if you can work on that.
I'm trying. I'm trying, Mike. I am. I'm trying. So, one of my favorite quotes of all time, Pat, is Mike. We were meeting to. I think we were meeting to go to an Xcellar group get together in PA, and Mike showed up at I can't remember what time, and like 10 minutes later, I'm coming out, and he obviously wanted me to be just standing out front when he got here to go because we were going on a long trip, and he's like, "You did know we were leaving this morning." It was so funny. I was like, "Yes, man, I know." Oh no, he said that because I didn't pack until he got here. I got packed quick because we weren't taking much, but I didn't pack until he got here, and he goes, "You did know we were leaving today, right?" And I was like, "Yes, I knew, Mike." So anyway, it was good. It was perfect. So thanks, studio audience. All right, so that's it. That's it for the second installment. A little bit improved. We'll still work on it, getting it more improved. But the second installment of Cover Combat 6 is in the books. I came up with some fancy ideas for new intro ways of doing things, but I didn't come up with any fancy ideas for new closing ways. So we're just going to end it so we can get to the rest, right?
Yep. Yeah, because I have to reset up a new studio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you guys got nothing else right now?
Nope.
No.
Karen, studio audience, you got anything you wanted to chime in before we check out?
She shook her head no.
I'll just take it that meant you love the show. Got it. Okay. All right. So get your votes in. Mike is going to get those posted on Facebook as soon as possible, but you technically don't have to wait till then. You can vote on this video in the comments or Facebook. You've got until Friday. We know at the earliest 7:30 p.m. But me and Pat, and I'm sure Mike would like it too. Just vote by Thursday. Heck, vote today. Whatever day it is you're watching this, vote today. Just get it. Make sure you get your votes in so there's no sadness later because someone didn't get their votes in. So make sure you get your books through. And I'm just going to say this also too as a reminder, sending out a lot of requests for Cover Combat 7 submissions. I think we only have enough technically for one more spot, which is 9 covers. But, if we only get people that submit one cover, it could be multiple people. But anyway, we're really getting down to the wire on submissions. So if you want to get in on Cover Combat 7, you better do it quicker. You're probably going to have to wait till Cover Combat 8.
Yep.
And I am super excited about it. So keep that in mind too. But that'll do it. So until next time, don't forget, appreciating great art is awesome and reading a great story is fun. So why not pick up a comic book and do both? Xcellar out.